We're back. The A runabouts coming into the chute for their first heat in the 1992 APBA Stock Outboard Nationals. And Mike, what do we look for in this one?
Well, the drivers have locked and their lanes in, and they're dashing toward the clock, trying to time it so they arrive right at the starting line as that second hand hits 0. A good start, very important. First boat across is 1S, and boy, he cut it close. He may or may not be legal, we don't know, but for the moment, 1S should, if he's got the speed, lead them into turn 1, and that's very important.
And our only problem with 1S is we don't have a 1S listed on our program, so we'll try and find that out for you. But 1S taking the lead down into the first turn. Some of the boats to watch in this race: 1P, Dave DeWald, the reigning champion from Reading, PA.
Well, they're around corner as they're crowded. They're having difficulty seeing through the spray. All but the lead boat, of course, having to contend with the wash and the rooster tails of the other boats. And look at them clump up, David, as they come down that back straightaway. As has been the norm today, one boat has popped out into the lead, but the rest of it is up for grabs. We got 4 abreast down the back straightaway for 3rd and 4th position.
In first place, it looks like 179F. Or check that, 179's in second place. The 1S is in first place. See if Mike can pick that up on the binoculars and identify a boat he recognizes a little better as they head into the second turn. The second place boat catching a little bit of air, probably a little bit more than he would like to, coming into that turn.
Well, he has to contend with the leader's wake, and he's trying to find a spot of clean water to run in. Now, if the leader opens the door here, and he did, see, I think he'll be able to stay inside the wake and save a boat length or so. He's relentlessly pursuing, but look at this gaggle of boats back here for 3rd place. There are 3 or 4 boats virtually covered in each other's water. Now that second place boat had to cross the wake.
Second place boat is 179F, Tom Spedding of Sheboygan, Michigan. 2, 3, and 4 are packed tight, too close to call as they come across the start-finish line heading into lap number 2.
Yeah, these little boats are extremely critical to keep them trimmed properly. This is a class that you kill for 1/4 of a mile an hour, and one little mistake in the boat's attitude and you shave off 1 or 2 miles an hour, and that can be the whole race. Whether it's in the corner or on the straightaway, the drivers work very, very hard to keep these boats perfectly trimmed out to be able to maintain optimal speed.
An interesting story to note in this class: in boat number 3P, Kevin Malalou of Westchester, PA, sustained a serious injury in a boating race a couple of years back, losing half of his leg, and he was back racing by the end of the season.
Right, and Kevin's back out, and he's a very formidable competitor racing in this particular class.
1S in first place coming down the back stretch.
That's Carl Holt in 1S.
Carl Holt, the leader in 1S.
And Carl is a many year racing veteran, a little long in the tooth for a runabout. Carl in his late 40s and has been racing for as long as I can remember, and a surprise finish here. Carl did not figure to run that well. His qualifications, I think, barely got him into the final, and in dent of that great start, here is the veteran Carl Holt, not one of the favorites in the early going, running out front.
In a battle for 3rd place is 58J Richard Runny and 16B William Allen. And those very important points for the differential between 3rd and 4th place in the point standings as we head into the final lap. Holt remains in first place, and picking up some ground is Tom Spedding of Sheboygan.
Tom Spedding looks like he's really gradually running him down, whether he's got enough time to do it. Look at this race here for 3rd. Still after 2 laps, about 2 3/4 miles, the boats are less than a boat length apart.
Richard Runny and Bill Allen in that battle for 3rd place as they head into the first turn on the final lap.
All the drivers will be pushing as hard as they can because, as we have reminded you before, that the total national championship is decided in the points the drivers accumulate over 2 heats. So there are 2 3-lap sprints. And nobody's going to give up here. We've seen some very strange things happen in national championships.
Down in front, please.
Holt still running in first place, and Tom Spedding in Sheboygan, Michigan, trying to make up some ground in second place. Again, at this point, with about 2/3 of a lap to go, Holt has what would appear to be a comfortable lead.
Well, maybe, maybe not. Spedding has been creeping relentlessly, inch by inch, closer to Holt. And this lumpy last corner could be the difference. Spedding is close enough in case Holt makes a miscue. Keep your eye on Holt's boat to make sure it doesn't pop up unexpectedly, because Spedding will pick up 2 or 3 boat lengths if Holt were to lose control. And it's tough down there. It's very snotty down in that second corner.
Holt seems to be riding up a little farther toward the front of his boat than Spedding is.
He keeps the door closed. He's really not going to let him in here. He's got him pinched, but Spedding did gain some ground. Look at this race, David. Coming in for the checkered flag, and Spedding's in less than half a boat length. Spedding pops the boat, then Holt. About 1 boat length separates him, and it looks like Holt's going to hang on and take that first heat victory. But what a drive by young Tom Spedding to run him down as he did. And then Carl Holt, of course, all the credit in the world to him. A great start, and he was able to just barely hang on.
58J, Richard Runny third, William Allen of Quincy, Massachusetts fourth in boat 16B, and Dave DeWald, the reigning Pennsylvania champion in the A Runabouts, finishes in 5th place. We'll be back with more right after this.